You may have seen Minecraft roller coasters in the past that look a little bit like this, and that's just due to the square nature of the game. But using a mod called the Create mod, we are able to make real working roller coasters using physics. So let's see how this works. So I'm inside just a little test world here to see how it's going to work. And I think there's three main things to this. You've got your track anchor point, and then the track that goes between it, and then that creates a piece of track. And then once you're done with your layout, you can put a coaster car on here that'll then ride along the track if you give it like some hills and stuff to go down. So let's see what we can actually do with this. So first we're going to want some sort of station. So let's build up a little piece of track that we can put that on. If you can't tell, I haven't played Minecraft in years. I have no clue what I'm doing. So if this is our station, we want to be able to move the train off it, a bit like drive tyres and stuff do. So if we create a piece of chain that goes here, we can then use this to propel the train forward. So if we get a motor and a clutch, I think. So this means that now, there we go, that train's moving. So if we put a car on it, it's going to move along. But we don't want it to be moving always. We don't want it like a rolling station. So there we go, that'll stop it. So now we're able to turn on and off the like station movement, which is pretty cool. So let's see if we can now try and build this into some sort of layout. So if it's coming out the station this way, let's do like a drop and go round to here. And if we had an anchor point there and then connects up the track, hopefully it should create a curve. Okay, so let's see how this works. That doesn't seem to have joined up properly for some reason. So let's just see if that's just a visual glitch or what. So if we take off our clutch, it should go forward. And then it's onto the track. And it's going to roll forward. Cool, now we want a lift hill. Okay, so we now have lift hill. Now it is slightly curved, but I think that's just the game trying to like smooth things out. So let's see how this would now work if we add the chain onto it. So we want the chain to probably start here, I suppose. Okay, now let's add a motor to get this moving. If we place down our coaster cart, it's going to be dispatched from the station. Going to head around here and it's going to join onto the lift hill. Okay, I'm going to build some sort of layout now and we'll see how it goes. Okay then, I've now created somewhat of a layout. I have no clue if it'll work. First we want to try and make a train that we can actually ride. So if I place one in the station here, train, and now I can sit in this, and let's try our roller coaster. So we're going through the station, and then onto the chain lift, and off we go. Speeding up, airtime. Nice, that was good. So we could potentially do with adding some sort of brakes to it. But yeah, overall that definitely worked better than I expected. One more thing I want to try, because I think in this mod you are actually able to do inversions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this piece of track here. If we try and do just some sort of like heartline roll or something like that, I think if we add a anchor point on the side here and then connect these pieces of track, it's going to go up this way. Cool, that's what we want. So then if we do the same thing and get an anchor point above, potentially too close, but we can give it a go. There we go. So we now have track that is completely upside down. Okay then, we have created an inversion. It's not very well profiled or anything. You'd have to mess around quite a lot with this to make it look good, but overall that is definitely some sort of roll, I don't know. So let's give this a go and let's ride it and see how that works. And then let's see how this works. Nice, it was definitely a bit whippy. We could do with potentially stretching out a bit, but that was definitely an inversion. Brilliant. The last thing I want to try in this video is going to be to create some sort of loop. Let's use this bit of track here. Just break this bit. This is going to be the start to our loop. So okay, then now we are going to try to go vertical, an anchor point there, and then link these pieces of track. If we do support over here, and then have the anchor point like underneath there. There we go, we've got it to go upside down. So now we need to come out of it, so we need a support maybe here. Okay, so if we were to do an anchor point here, is that track going to connect? No, it's too tight an angle. Okay, let's go. Okay, there we go. It's a bit strangely shaped, but it'll work. We should theoretically have a loop. I have no clue if I'll have enough speed to go out of here. Okay then, so here is our slightly strangely shaped, but should still work, loop. So it'll come in from this side, go all the way around, and there. So that's pretty cool that you can do inversions. I have no clue if we will have enough speed for this one, just because you can see our lift hill is roughly the same height, but let's give it a go. Okay, then, so hopefully here we should have a loop and then our heartline roll thing. So we're coming down, and hopefully with enough speed. Oh, not quite, okay, that's fine.
5 minutes later.
Drop a car from the top here. It's going to speed down, head down that hill. And did it hit into that? Oh, okay. A
few moments later.
From the top, here we go. Down it goes. And through loop. Brilliant, nice. Okay, and it should still have enough speed to whiz through that heartline roll and to the station. Brilliant, okay. Okay, finally, to end the video, let's have a go on our roller coaster. Let's go. I'm going to get pushed over the edge, whiz down this drop, through our slightly dodgy but loop that works, and then through the heartline roll and to the station. Brilliant. So our Minecraft roller coaster works. Excellent. Let me know in the comments what I should do with this mod next. I'm thinking we could recreate some UK roller coasters in Minecraft, which would be pretty cool. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. See you later, leave a like and subscribe.